Hi, this is Barbie. We're going to do a reformer workout today. We're going to start with 2 reds and a green. You can have that lighter, heavier. I'm going to have my head rest flat to start. We're going to start with some footwork. I'm going to go ahead and lay down. Make sure the back of your shoulders feel heavy. We're going to start on the toes. We're going to go ahead and press that carriage out. And let's just start with a little run in place here. So we're going to rise up onto the tippy toes. Let one knee bend. Let one heel go under with a straight leg. Good. It's also called prancing. If you've been to other places, I like to call it running in place. We're going to go 4. Hips are heavy, shoulders relax. 3, 2, 1. Let's hold one heel under. Let's just hold that stretch. Breathe. Exhale it all the way out. Rise up and change. Breathe. Both heels under. And good. Let's lift those heels and bring that carriage back in. Good. We're going to step the heels wide. Shoulders are wide. Ribs and hips are heavy. We're going to press out and turn in. So press out, turning those knees in, and turn out as you come in. And let's go 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Come in halfway, knees open, little pulse, and pulse, and pulse. Feeling like those heels are pulling towards the center of the footbar to get those inner thighs active for 4 more. 4, and 3, and 2, all the way out. Reach, and come back in. Good. We're going to start with a turned in knee. So the knees are turned in, the heels are still wide on that footbar. Press away, turning out, turning in, coming in. Pressing away, turning out, turning in, coming in. Let's go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and we're going to come in halfway, knees are in, a little pulse, and pulse, and 8, and 7, 6, keep those hips nice and heavy. 5, 4, try not to let your lower back sink into that mat. 3, it's up just a little bit. 2, press it all the way out, rotate, turn out. Good job, and come back in. Good. We're going to go heel center. We're going to put that headrest flat if it wasn't already. You're going to have a Pilates V. So knees are open about shoulder width. Press the carriage out. We're going to float your hips up off, tummy in. We're going to bend in with the hips lifted and press out with the hips lifted. So we're going to keep that lift of the tailbone, lift of that pelvis. So we're sitting on those shoulder blades. Chest is open. Breathe. Exhale. And 6. Keep those abs drawn in like a tight seatbelt. 5. Relax those arms. 4, 3. We're going to stop the carriage in halfway and little presses out. Keep those hips lifted, tummy in. And 8, and 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Press it all the way out. Legs go straight. Release your hips down and come back in. Good. We're going to slide down to the toes, Pilates V. Knees are still shoulder width. Keep those heels lifted and glued. And we're going to press out and resist in. And 2, 3, 'Relax the tailbone heavy. Don't let that lower back sink into the mat. You want to keep your neutral spine, so a little blueberry space under that lower back so you're not smashing. Like a grape or a blueberry could sit there and not get smushed. Let's do one more. Halfway in, heels are still lifted in together. Pulse, and 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Press it all the way out. Really stretch those legs out and come back in. Good. All right. We're going to sit up for a spring change. So let's come on up. We're going to take it down to a red. Let's do 2 reds. So let's lay back down. Shoulders are relaxed. Good. Let's go ahead and take a deep breath. We're going to press out with both feet. We're going to bring that left knee to your chest and just stretch it there. Good. Straighten the leg up. Squeeze behind the back of that leg. Let your hips feel heavy. Flex and point the foot. Circle your ankle. Other way. Press that heel up, really stretch. Come back in. Let's do that on the other side. Press out with both feet. Right knee to your chest. Let the pelvis sink heavy, so you want to feel those hips dropping. Reach that right leg up straight. Flex and point. Flex and point. Circle the ankle. Rotate it. Circling at that ankle joint. And reach, reverse. Good. And press that heel up. Really stretch. Deep inhale. And come on in. Good. All right. We're going to try to do some calf work. So left leg out. Right toes on that foot bar. We're going to pull the knee in. We're going to extend, lift. We're going to flex and point, bend the knee, and shoot the leg out over the foot bar. So we're going knee to chest, extend the leg, flex and point, and bend and reach it out. Good. Knee to chest, extend the leg, toes to the ceiling, flex both feet, point both toes, bend that knee, and good. Shoot it out over the foot bar. Let's go 3. Extend the leg, bend the knee, and 2. Reach the toes to the ceiling, flex both, point both, bend that left knee and shoot it out over the foot bar. This is one we're going to hold. We're going to flex and point 8. Both heels flexing and pointing. So the heel reaches to the ceiling and it reaches under the foot bar on that foot on the foot bar. 5, 4, 3, 2, point, hold. Good. Bring the knee back to the chest. Give it another squeeze and come on in. Good. All right, right leg out over the foot bar, toes pointed. Left toes on that foot bar. We're going to bring the knee to the chest, extend both legs, flex, point, bend that right knee, and shoot that right leg out over the foot bar as you bring the carriage in. So knee to chest, pressing out, kick that right leg up, flex both heels, point both toes, and bend that knee and shoot it out and bring it to your chest. Keep that left leg straight as you straighten the right. Now flex both. Point both, bend that right knee and shoot it over the foot bar. Let's go 3. Reach it, flex both, point, and in over that foot bar with the right leg. And 2, 1, 2. And I think this is our last one. Good. Hold this one out. Good. Flex and point for 8. Flex and point for 7. And 6. Heels and toes 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Flex, point those toes, bring that knee in, and release, come back down. Good job. Okay, both heels on. Make sure your headrest is flat. For this, we're going to do a little hamstring challenge. So we're going to take that breath, and you might want to scoot down so you're not super pressed into those shoulder pads. We're going to roll it up. Left knee to tabletop. As you press off, make sure your right heel is secure. We're going to kick it out and bend it in. Exhale. Abs are tight. Shoulders are soft. We're not bringing that tension into the upper body. Let's go 7, 6, 5. Try to stay in the center of that right heel. 4. In, out. 3. Carriage shouldn't be slamming in. Nice and smooth. Not like that. 2, 1. Bring it in and hold it. Little pulses down, up. Knee is right over the hip. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and roll it down. Awesome job. All right. Good job. Deep breath in. Both heels on. Curl the tailbone. Roll up. Right knee tabletop. You're going to kick as you press. So kick as you press through that left leg. Relax those shoulders. Inhale in. Exhale out. 8. Abs in. 7. Keep that carriage moving smoothly. 6. So it's same pace in and out. 4. Breathe. 3. Inhale. Exhale. 2. Exhale. 1. Bring the carriage in. Hold it. Knee at tabletop. Down and up. 8. And 7. Relax the chest. 6. Pull those abs in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Put that foot down. Roll down slowly. And knees up into your chest. Very nice, you guys. Good work. Okay. Let's come on up. We're going to do a spring change. We're going to do a red and a blue, and we're going to go ahead and lay back down. So we've taken off one of those reds. So 2 springs, 1 red, 1 blue. If you like it heavier, you could have left those 2 springs. We're going to go hands on the loops, shirt straps, arms up, shoulders feel heavy on that mat behind you. So the arms feel like they're sinking into the back. Knees tabletop. Let's do a turned out. So we'll do a V, Pilates V. My heels are together, my toes are apart, my knees are shoulder width. Take a deep breath. We're going to press out. We're going to bend. Elbows and knees, chest stays lifted on this. Press out and go back to your start position. Lay back, knees in and arms up. Exhale, extend and bend. So you're kind of doing a frog bend. Inhale, lay back, exhale, lift. Inhale, bend. Press those abs in and tummy in. Lay back. Let's go 3. Try to not let the knees come any closer than the pelvis. 2. Now we're going to reach the arms down, legs out, or we're going to just do the legs and arms without laying back. 6. Bend and press. 5. Draw your belly button into the spine, down to the floor. 4. Breathe as you bend. 3. Keep breathing. Keep those abs in. 2. 1. Hold. Release it back. Nice job. Good work. Okay. I always like to scoot away from my shoulder pads so I'm not so tight. Let's start with the T position. Knees up. Take a deep breath. We're going to do some single leg. So left leg's going to stay out there. We're going to reach to our hips, send that left leg out. The leg will stay. The arms are going to come up and open. And let's go. 5. Keep that leg there. 4. 3. Laying back, opening the arms, and then lifting to reach to the hips. 2. Hold it here. Leg goes down and up. 5. 4. Other leg is still. 3. Press those hands. 2. 1. Knees and arms up. Inhale, arms out to that T. We're going to do the other leg. So right leg is going to go out. We're going to go out, hold it out. Arms come up, they open, and we circle to the hips. 5. Leg is staying. 4. Laying back, heavy into those ribs. Lift the chest. Exhale. 3. Up to the ceiling, out to the sidewalls. Back to your hips. 2. And last time, hold to your hips, lower and lift that leg. 6. 5. Tight tummy. 4. Inhale, exhale. 3. Chest and shoulders are lifted. 2. And knees in, arms up and release. Awesome. Arms to the side. Let your knees roll over. Let your arms stretch out. Whew. All right, deep inhale. Exhale it out. Inhale, let's bring those knees up and over to the other side and hold those arms out nice and wide. Good, and knees come center. Let's go arms up. We're going to do a snow angel. So the arms and legs are both going to V open. The top leg is going to cross over, and you're going to reach your opposite arm to the top leg. So what it will look like is when we're here, we're going to have that top arm, or if we're here, one hand squeezing sort of into the hip and the other hand is squeezing into the knee. So let's try that. We're going to alternate each time. Let's try 8. Chest will stay lifted. If the neck gets hard, put your head down. Inhale. Arms down, legs out. Turn the palms in. Legs and arms open. Left leg over the top, right hand over the top. Inhale, open. Right leg over the top, left hand over to the knee. And left leg on top. Right hand to the knee. Let's try for 6. 6. 5. 4. Try to keep the shoulders lifted. 3. Open and close. 2. Now close to the hips, legs close, center, and crisscross. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Abs in, chest of 7, 8, 9, 10. Release it. Very good. Should be feeling some of those upper abs staying lifted. All right, let's try lower abs. Let's go arms out to a T, legs up to the ceiling. Good, we're going to keep the legs reaching up. If you need to, knees can be soft. Try to keep the pelvis heavy here. We're going to pull to your hips, lift your chest, curl the tailbone. I'm going to straighten my legs. We're going to open the arms out, lower the legs down, keep the lower back still. Exhale, pull the hands to the hips, curl the legs up. Inhale, lay back. Arms will stop at that T. So the legs may continue down, but the arms stop with tension in the straps. 6. Arms stop, legs can keep going. 5. We're looking to keep that lower back still, not to arch. 4. 3. 2. Hold to your hips, little curl of the tailbone. Curl. Keep pressing the hands to the foot bar. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1, and done. Awesome job. All right, let's peg those straps. We're going to do another spring change. Let's reach the arms up. We're going to exhale, lift. We're going to grab behind those legs and roll it up. We're going to do just a blue or a yellow. Actually, let's just do a blue today. Let's do blue, yellow. If this feels heavy for single arm, just do the blue. You can always swap it down to a lighter spring setting. So you can also switch to your long strap. Let's go and roll back down. Good. Let's start right side. We'll do short strap if you can. Again, if it feels too heavy and you do not want to change your springs, just go to the longer loop. All right. Left hand arm down by your side. Right arm has that short strap. Tabletop legs. Deep breath. We're going to pull down, lift up, legs out, center, knees in, arm up, lay back, breathe in. So down to the hip, up with the chest, out with those legs. Knees to tabletop and breathe. Arm up. 4. Try to relax this left arm. And 3. Straight arm. So we're not bending. Keeping that arm reaching from the armpit down into the shoulder socket. 2. Now hold it. Left hand behind your head. Good. You're going to bend your knees. We're going to bring that left leg out. Good. We're going to bring the leg down, the arm up, and lift. And lift. And 4. Tight ribs to the mat. 3. Inhale, belly button in. 2. Good. Now leave the leg out. Arm goes down. Bend that right elbow. And you're going to bend it in and straighten it as you bend. So this is kind of opposite. We're going to straighten the leg as we bend the arm. 4. Chest and shoulders are lifted as best you can. 3. Belly button in. 2. And release. That should feel pretty intense, even with your hand behind your head. Okay. Left hand has strap. Right arm down by your side. Connect that arm into the back. Connect it down onto that mat shoulder. All right, tabletop legs. Take a deep breath. We're going to go arm down, chest up, legs out, and lay back. Inhale. Reach and lay back. 3. Feel those lower abs pull in. Pelvis is heavy. 2. Hold it here. Good. Put the right hand behind your head. Left knee in. We're going to lower that right leg as the arm comes up. We're going to keep the chest lifted and up with the leg, down with the arm. 5. Good. Try to keep that right leg still. 4. Breathe. Let that right elbow be wide. 3. 2. And good. Bring the arm down. Leave the leg out. Now bend that arm. Good. And you're going to bend the knee in as the arm goes straight and the leg goes out as you bend that elbow. Inhale. Lift the chest. 5. Lower abs sinking in like a tight seat belt. 4. Shoulder off that ear on this left side. 3. 2. 1. And release it back. Very nice. Take that loop. Good job, you guys. Okay, let's go ahead and come on up. We're going to turn around and take off that yellow. We're just going to do the blue. I'm going to do a long blue. We're going to turn and do some pulling to risers, but we're going to be on our knees. So if you like padding under your knees, go ahead and grab a mat. Otherwise, we're just going to come up And we're going to set those knees right in front of those shoulder pads. We're going to go ahead and do a little cat stretch here. So we're going to arch round and then release tailbone and shin away from each other. Breathe. And then arch. Really pulling up through that belly button, really pulling up through the sternum. And then tailbone and shin forward, chest forward. And then come into a neutral spine. What we're going to do is we're going to be down in this hover position. So make sure you're kind of sitting back so you don't pull yourself into the well. So we're going to climb up the frame. We're going to hold on to those risers right above the pegs. And you want your hips low. If you do this, it's going to feel like you're going to fall forward. So sit those hips down. If you have knee issues, you'll probably need to do this on the box. So we're going to pull forward. Chest goes through the end of the machine. Inhale, slide out. And feel those shoulder blades. They're drawing down the back. Breathe in. Exhale. Belly button in. Let's go. 7. Draw up from the pubic bone, right up into those lower abs. 6. Keep the chest forward and lifted. 5. Breathe. 4. Shoulders are not in those ears. Drop them down. 3. 2. 1. Slide out. Good. Now, we're going to reposition the hands to the top of the risers. Now, when you pull forward, you're still sitting down low. Elbows wide. You're going to pull wide. And tummy and ribs are lifting. Rib cage is pulling up from underneath. And let's go. 8. Elbows out. 7. So instead of elbows down, they're wider. 6. Pull the belly button in. 5. Shift your hips back. 4. Elbows go out. Shoulders come down. 3. Use your breaths. 2. We have 1 more. Reach it out. Straighten those arms. Kind of hang there for a second. Grab your frame and slide on back. Alrighty. We're going to scoot back. And let's do this. Let's put our foot bar down. So black levers come in. We're going to pull that metal bar towards us as we pull the black bar in. And then lay that down. If you're on a button, it's going to slide along the spring and you'll hear a little bit of metal, but otherwise you can just, it will be flat. So let's go ahead and come on to hands and knees. We're going to put our left hand on our left shoulder. We're going to grab that right loop. I'm going to try tape. And chest is forward, tummy in. You can always adjust further up the tape. If you kind of crimp, you're going to get a little bit more weight on your rope. But I'm going to do the tape because it's nice and easy to hold on to. Let's pull the arm back and go forward and pull the arm back. Arm is straight, chest is lifted, tummy is lifted. 4. Get that shoulder out of that ear. 3. 2. We're going to hold the arm back. Now bend the elbow and extend. Roll that shoulder back. Let's go. 5. Chest is still lifted, head is lifted. 4. We're looking down at our headrest. 3. That elbow should be nice and stationary. 2. And 1. And release. Good. Okay, my machine is making a lot of noise. I'm going to move that down. All right. Right hand under right shoulder. Grab up to the tape on that left rope. Arm is down by the frame. We've already put some tension in the strap. Belly in, tailbone back. Feel those abs lift up right underneath like a nice seat belt. We're going to go ahead and pull back. And slow to go down. Inhale. Watch your toes. You may hit the frame. And we've got those shoulders pulled down the back. 4. We're breathing as the arm drops. Exhaling it back. 3. Keep that right elbow soft. 2. We don't want to hyperextend it. Leave the arm back. Keep the elbow by your side. Bend and straighten that arm for 6. 5. 4. Unshrug. Nice and even through the ribs and the knees. 3. And the shoulders. 2. This one's wanting to get caught. 1 more. And release it back. Good. Let's peg that strap. All right. Let's turn to the street. So we're going to take a right turn. And let's go ahead and grab that loop that's closest to our left knee. Let's do some sword here. So we're going to sit in the middle or kneel in the middle of the carriage. If it's feeling too heavy on the spring setting, try to scoot towards your shoulder pads. And if it's too light, come towards your foot bar. If it's still feeling like it's the wrong spring, go ahead and change that spring. Let's start with a long loop. Hips and shoulders are squared off. We're going to lift the elbow and extend. Inhale, lower. Try not to let the shoulder move. It won't roll forward as you draw the elbow down. Let's go. 6, exhale. And 5. Keep that shoulder back. They're even. 4. Nice inhale as you cross that arm across the body. 3. 2. And release it. Good. We're going to grab right in front of us. Good. Long loop. Left hand now is holding on. We're going to interlace those fingers. We're going to twist to our left. Shouldn't feel super heavy. We're going to bring it center up, down, and back to the left. Hips don't move. Center up, down, and check those mirrors. Make sure you're keeping it in your center as it goes up and down, and then let it release left. Keep that left hip even with the right. Good. If you could do this heavier, do the short strap, or just move towards your foot bar. One more. Up, down, and left. Good. All right, let's put that down. Let's do the other side. So I'm going to come off my knees just for a second. I'm going to walk around. We'll get back on those knees. So our knees are basically lined up with that shoulder pad, and we're kind of in the center of the carriage. Alrighty. Long strap. Shoulders are even, so check those side mirrors. You shouldn't see one shoulder in one side. You should see one and one on the other side. We're going to lift the elbow and extend, reaching those knuckles behind us, and the knuckles rotate towards the wall in front of us. So the arm is doing a rotation. That lower arm is rotating, knuckles back and knuckles forward. And we're going to keep the shoulder nice and still. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. All right. So we've changed hands. Right hand has that long loop. We're going to interlace those fingers in front of our chest. We're going to rotate towards our ropes right. Right hip feels like it's coming forward. We're going to go center, up to the ceiling, down, center, and right, and center up. Probably could do this a little heavier. Just depends on what you're feeling. If you have shoulder injuries, you may want to go lighter, or if you have irritated shoulders, let's go 4. Keep that hip still. 3, 2, 1, and good. All right, let's put that loop down. We're going to go ahead and come over to this left side, so the side we were just working on, and I'm going to move my knee further back, and I'm going to go ahead and pull my carriage out. So I pulled on the rope. I'm going to use the short strap today. We still have that blue spring on. I'm going to lift my foot up. This one's a little tricky to get into, so kind of feel your way around it. We're going to put the right hand right under the shoulder with a soft elbow. Try not to lock it. We're going to put that left hand on that shoulder pad, and we're going to lift the knee up towards our left shoulder and look at that left wall. Butt is back, so we're nice and long in the spine, tummy in, and we're going to press that heel to the foot bar and bend. And keep the heel lifted and press 8. Breathe as you bend. And 7, 6, unshrug the shoulders. 5, draw up in the belly and the ribs. 4, 3, keep the knee lifted as much as you can. 2, now little pulses, press through the heel. Work from the back of the glute, right where the glute meets the leg. 8, 7, 6, 5, full press. 4, 3, 2, keep the legs straight. Lower the toes down to the floor outside that side, left side of the frame. Lift it up level with your hip. So if you look in the mirror in front of you, the leg should be lifting right outside your left shoulder. Let's go. 8, 7, 6, 5, belly button up in the spine. 4, the knees should be right under the pelvis. 2, Little pulses. 10, 9. Reach that leg back. It shouldn't be out to the side too much. It should be lifted level with your shoulder. 4, 3, 2, and release it. Let's step on that rope, step on that foot. I like to kind of come down with both feet and then slip the foot out of that loop and let your carriage home. Good. Come on around. Okay, we've got the other side. Who says Pilates doesn't get your heart rate up? Okay, let's put that short strap under that right foot. All right, so setting yourself up. If you're shorter, your knee may be closer to the shoulder pad, but since I'm tall, I'm going to be back here. You want the knee right under the hip, the knee that you're standing on. Right hand on that shoulder pad. We're going to lift the knee up and rotate our chest and shoulders kind of towards the right. So we're looking at that right wall. We're going to press and belly in. So we're feeling like we have a nice seat belt under the lower abs, pulling up into the abs and ribs. 7, unshrug. 6, soft supporting arm, elbow. 4, really press that leg out straight. 3, we want to get it straight. 2, really squeeze the leg. Squeeze it. Now bend it halfway and press. Abs up, chest up. Don't lose that upper body work. 8, 7, 6. Heels reaching right back to the corner of that foot bar. 4, level with the hip as best you can. 3 and 2. Keep the leg straight. 1. Lower the toes to the floor and lift. Pull those abs up into that pelvis. 2. Really squeeze the glute. 3, 4, 5. Unshrug. 6. Breathe as you lower. 7, 8, 9. Leave the leg up in little pulses. Up and up. And 8 and 7, 6 and 5, 4. Breathing. 3 and 2 and 1. And release it down. Good. I like to stand on it and then step down, grab that rope, and come on out. Good job, you guys. Peg that strap. Okay. Let's sit down for a stretch. So left ankle over right knee and just lean forward. Nice deep breath in. And that's nice deep breath in. And let's roll up. Let's stay with that left ankle crossed over the right knee and do a little side stretch. Reach up with the right arm and over. Breathe. And then come up and over to the other side, right hand down. And very nice. Good. Let's change our ankle cross. So we'll do right ankle over left knee. Just lean forward. Should feel that hip stretch. Good. Nice inhale. And roll it up. Let's do right hand down, left arm over. Just keeping those hips nice and level. Try to keep the pelvis from tilting. Breathe. Reach up to the ceiling. And release it down. Good. Okay, let's scoot back a little bit. We're going to do a little bit more leg work. So we're going to line our hips up with that back shoulder pad. We're going to put that short or long loop onto that right ankle. I have a blue. If you want this heavier, you could do a blue yellow. You don't need too much weight. You can also shift. Heavier will be towards the edge of the carriage and lighter will be towards those shoulder pads. We're going to go ahead and put that left heel up on that carriage. We're going to tilt the hips under and roll back. I'm going to send my right arm out, but let's start here with the hand on the edge of the carriage, left hand on a shoulder pad. We're going to go ahead and press the leg straight and right. We're going to keep those abs drawn in. We're C-curve with our spine, so our tailbone's tucked under. Our chest is drawn forward just slightly towards the pubic bone. Let's go 6. Try this without the hand touching. 5, so we're not death gripping. And 4, we're hollow through the lower belly. Shoulders are down. 3. And exhale. 2, 1, and bring it in. Good. We're going to bring the arm forward. Shoulders are down. 6 more. We're going to bring the arm up as the leg extends and pulls. We want to keep that tailbone tilted under. So if you look in those side mirrors, your back should be curved. We're going to go out and up. Exhale, inhale, lower and in. Exhale out. And 4. Again, we're not death gripping this left side. If we can, we're holding through the core. 3, 2, and last time, 1, and release. Good. We should hopefully be feeling some obliques and some hip. Let's go ahead and turn around. So again, closer to the shoulder pads. This will be lighter. This will be heavier. Let's take that short strap. You can always switch it to the long if it feels too intense. That right heel is going to come up onto that carriage. You're going to line your hips up with this right shoulder pad, tilt your hips under, and we're going to go ahead and pull the leg left. Shoulders are down. So relax here and exhale 6. Maybe send that left arm out over towards the foot bar. 5. Pull those lower abs in like a deep bowl in that pelvis. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it center. Good. Arm goes forward. Retract that shoulder down the back. So shoulders are even. We're going to lift that left arm up and the leg goes back to that left side, pulling it straight out to that foot bar. Inhale, lower and pull it in, and exhale, pull it out and up. 3 more. 3. Keep that tailbone tilted underneath you. 2, 1, and release. Good. And let's peg that loop. All right. All right. Let's go ahead and turn. We're going to kneel one more time. And we're going to grab those straps. I'm going to do some short loops. And we're going to go ahead and open up those knees a little bit. Know that the wider the knees are, the more balanced the position. So shoulder width maybe. If you want to challenge, you could have those legs closed. We're going to bend those arms, lift the chest. We're going to feel that ab lift. Again, if it's too heavy, you can scoot back, putting your feet through your headrest, or you can go to those longer straps. So deep breath in. We're going to go out. We're going to open to the side walls. Arms are straight. Exhale forward to the shoulders and bend. So the hands shouldn't touch. Extend and open. Inhale. Back in front of the shoulders. And you can check those mirrors in front of you. Reach 3. Nice and long through the spine. Pulled up from the front of the pelvis, right across the front of the lower belly. Let's do one more. Open. Forward. Bend. Good. Now we're going to go out and hold it. Make the arms a little wider. So a little wider than your shoulders in circle. Squeeze your glutes. Keep the tush tight. 5, 4, keep it small. 3, nice and tall. 2, 1, arms down. Shake it out. Should be feeling the chest, the front of the shoulder. A little bit of biceps there. Palms up. Now circle the other way. Inward, tummy in. Squeeze those glutes a little bit. Tight butt. 5, chest up. 4, 3, 2, 1, and arms come down and release. Good. We're going to sit back down and peg those loops. Let's do a little bit of leg and arms. So we're going to come up and turn around. And we are going to straddle our carriage. So again, the further away from the ropes you are, the more challenging this is. So I'm going to scoot about halfway back. I'm going to grab my straps. I'm going to do long loops to start. And we're going to sink down into a squat here. So really pull your heels into the machine. And we're going to do a bicep curl. So we're going to bicep curl, inhale out. Try not to let the carriage clank in. Lift your chest, butt's tucked under a little bit. Let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, hold your bicep curl, little pulses down. 2, 3, into those heels. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and release the arms forward. Good. Woo, okay, we should be feeling that. Let's put the left loop down. We're going to grab the short strap with the right arm. Go back into your squat position. We're going to pull and twist and extend forward. We're going to stay low, pulling those abs in right across the front of the tummy, lower belly. 6, nice and smooth. 5, 4, go lower. 3, 2, reach it forward, and let's release. Other side. So sinking back down. This might be challenging. That's what we're looking for. All right, abs in. We're going to pull twist. Again, too heavy, go long strap. 2, nice and smooth. You're working and controlling on the pull. You're also controlling on the extension of the arm. 4, inhale. Go low. 3. Sink into those hips. 2. Bring it center. Peg that loop. Let's do a little squat. Prayer position. Abs are in, chest is up, down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Go to reach down. We're going to step off. And let's take a seat. Very nice job, you guys. Good. Okay. Staying on that blue, we're going to scoot those hips back. And we're going to go ahead and come onto our elbow. So we're down on that elbow. We're going to put that short strap again on the right foot. All right, chest is up. We're lifting from the underside of the body. Shoulders are down the back. We're going to go ahead and press it out. Leg is straight. We're going to go forward with the leg and back. And inhale forward. And maybe put your hand down in front of your hip. Lift up through that waist. Lift up through those ribs. 4 more. 4. Lift that chest. 3. Shoulders are down the back. 2. 1. Bring it forward just a little bit. Lift your chest, little lift. Up. 2. Shoulders down. 3. Heart to the ceiling. 4. Keep breathing. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and bring it back. Good. Turn the leg out. We're going to bend towards the shoulder. Press it out. Keep lifting. 2. If you know you like it heavier, you can do this with a blue yellow. Let's go. 5. Knee towards shoulder. 4. Shoulders down the back. 3. Lift your heart to the ceiling. Lift. 2. A lot of the work is the lift. Hold it here. Now go up and down and up and down. Lift up out of that waist. 5. Keep those hips stacked. 4. Check that mirror on the side. Make sure those hips are lined up. 3, 2, and 1, and bend in. Good. Tap that out. We're going to take that loop off. All right, we've got the other side. Let's turn around. So hips are lined up back. And your elbow and hip are basically lined up. We're going to press out. Grab that loop. Good. Straighten that leg. Lift your chest. Lift up through the ribs, nice and tall. We're going to go forward and back. And inhale. And roll those shoulders down the back. Line your head up with the rest of your spine. Let's go. 6, 5, 4, 3. Keep that waist lifted right up here. 2. Now bring the leg just a little bit forward. Press the heel out. Tailbone is back, little lift. Up. 8. Or I think we just had 9. 8. Just up. 7. Lift that upper body. 6. Keep pressing the heel to the corner. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the leg back. Good. Turn the leg out. We're going to bend and press. Lift up through the chest. Abs are in. Still holding through that lower belly. Hips are stacked. 5, 4, 3. Shoulders down. 2. Hold the leg out. Now straight leg up and down. 8 and 7, 6. Shoulders down. 5. Lift up for those ribs. 4. Up, down. 3, 2, and last 1, and bend it in. Good. And let's slip that loop off. Okay. Should be feeling some of our hips today. All right. Foot bars up. Let's do some plank. So we're going to hold the foot bar. It's very light. We're going to come on up. We're going to step forward. So we're about a third of the way back. We're going to lift the heels up here. Shoulders are down the back. Good. Very light springs. We're going to press it out. Hips go low into your plank position. Draw those ribs up. We're going to do a little push up and press and lift the hips. Breathe. So the shoulders are basically going to stay right over the foot bar. Exhale. Just the legs extend. Your arms aren't pushing at all. They're just holding you up on that upper body. Inhale, bend. Exhale, press. Lift those hips, pike those hips. Look at your toes. Ball of the foot is down. Inhale, exhale. Try not to sink in those shoulder blades. Hopefully I'm not. 2 more. Chest is forward. Open up through the chest. Ribs are tight. Bend and push. And lift those hips. So we want to feel drawn up through the rib cage as we press out. Lift up through those ribs. Bend, inhale. Press and lift. And let those heels come down. Make sure your foot bar is locked. Those black levers are left, right. We're going to pull those hips back, head down. In and out. And good. Shift forward. All right, we're going to come down on. Okay, I think we deserve some feet in the loop. So scoot down. 2 red springs. That blue will come off. So now we're on 2 reds only. We're going to lay back. Oh, finally. Okay. We're going to grab those straps and put them on. Long loops on the feet. Press those feet out. Again, short loops are always going to be heavier. You can always try that. So legs are out, so we feel the pelvis heavy, shoulders relax. We're going to go ahead and open those legs up nice and wide. Feel that stretch. And don't let the lower back move. The pelvis isn't moving. And pull together. Inhale, open and close. And 4. Tailbone feels like it's dropping down towards the springs. 3, and then the lower abs are in like a seatbelt. 2. And let's frog. So we're going to bend and press. Inhale and exhale. Knees don't come in too tight. They're just going to stop at the pelvis. 4. Pelvis is heavy. We're working to keep that lower back still. 3, so abs tight. 2. Let's put those 2 things together. So we're going to open. Now the carriage won't move after this. We're going to pull the heels in without moving the carriage. Press the carriage out. Open, the carriage moves. When we try to pull those heels to center, carriage is still. Press it out. Let's go. 3. Push away. 2. Now let's reverse. So the carriage moves, knees in. Without moving the carriage, legs extend. Use those inner thighs right at the groin. Pull those legs out. Carriage moves. Carriage moves here. Knees in. Frog. Open the feet to the side walls. Pull your feet towards your foot bar. Bend to frog. Open the toes. Straight legs pull towards the foot bar. 2 more. Bend to frog. Open the feet. Go wide to the side walls. Pull those straight legs to the foot bar. Last time. Leave those legs open. Little tiny circles. Hips are still. Maybe check by putting your hands on your pelvis. Make sure you're not feeling that pubic bone or those hip points. Rock and roll. They should be still. 4, 3, 2. I did say this was going to be nice. It will be in a second. Reverse. 10, 9. Got to get those inner thighs in. And 6, 5, 4, 3. Keep those hips heavy. Don't let your pelvis rock. Bring those legs center. Soles of the feet together, knees open. Hold that stretch for just a second. Maybe press down on those knees. That feels too intense. Don't do that. Good. All right, here comes the nice part. Let's do our Russian dancer or Peter Pan. So bend one, open one, and press it out. Change. We're going to alternate. Hips are still. Breathe and press. And 4, and 3, 2, and 1. Good. Legs come up. Go ahead and pull down in your straps. Let's stretch those hamstrings out just a little bit before we circle the legs. Pull those hips into the floor. So we want to feel like those hips are dropping down. And then bend one. Keep one straight. Maybe give it a little extra stretch by pulling down on the rope. And then change. And then legs out. Good. Let's circle. We're going to go up, hips stay low, open, circle, exhale. Relax your collarbone. 3 more. 3, 2, and let's reverse. Good. Legs open up, together, and down. Stability in the low back, relaxing through the chest and upper body. 3, 2. Let's leave those legs open and feel that stretch. Good. If it's too intense, grab the ropes. You can pull back from the back, or you can let the ropes pull. Feel heavy in the pelvis if you can. If you want to feel more hamstrings, you can kind of let the legs go up towards your shoulders. Take a nice inhale. Legs are going to come center. And again, knees into your chest. Give yourself a little squeeze. Good. Let's bring those loops off. We're going to set those long loops on those pegs and come on up. We're going to change it to a red spring. Let's do some mermaid. So one single red. Scoot your hips back. We're going to put our left shin up against that shoulder pad. Toes are pointed to the back wall. And then that right shin is even with the frame. Right hand to the center of the foot bar. One red spring. We're going to press it out. Reach over for our mermaid stretch here. Inhale. And exhale, coming up, dropping that shoulder, bending that arm. And let's go 2. And breathe. This time we'll hold, reach it out, hold it. Rotate towards your springs. Both hands go onto that foot bar, press out. Good. The shoulders will drop, the chest will rise, come up, tummy in. Breathe in through that nose, press out. Good. We're going to rotate back to the street with the left arm over the head, reaching to the foot bar. And bend that right arm. We're going to reverse that by holding onto a peg or shoulder pad. Reach the right arm off the foot bar and up and over your ear. Take a deep breath. And come on down. Good. Scoot back just a little bit. I want to have us put our hands on the back of the frame and press the hips forward. So we should feel a stretch here through that left thigh. And then come on down. Good. We're going to turn. I like to just bring my knees center and then flip. So my right toes are back. My left knee points to the foot bar. We're going to press out, reach. And inhale up. And press it out. And bend, roll that shoulder down the back. This time we'll hold, reach it out, hold it. Good. Rotate towards your spring. Press out a little bit further. Good. And with straight arms, lift your chest. Lift and drop the shoulders. Maybe soften those elbows here a little bit. Press it out. And rotate towards that side wall with the arm over your ear, reaching towards that foot bar, and then left elbow bends as the arm comes back over the ropes. We're going to grab that shoulder pad and reach that left arm off the foot bar and up over our ear. And good. And let's turn. Let's just put our legs out. And let's go ahead and just bring your hands back. Press the carriage out. Open up through the chest. And tailbone comes back. And breathe. And again, tailbone rolls underneath us. Press the carriage forward. Feel that front shoulder stretch. And then bring those hips back. Reach forward. Take a deep breath. We're going to roll up. And we're just going to let the arms hang and roll those shoulders. 3, 2, 1. Other way. 3, 2, and 1. We are all done, you guys. Thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this challenging blue, mostly blue spring class. Thanks.